Hello everybody, this is Walter from the Little Mex do Campineiro. I have a channel that I explain different places to park in the West Coast, Oregon, Washington, California. And I'm mostly speaking Portuguese on those videos is to help out people coming from South America, driving up all the way to... And one question that I see posted all the time, if you do not have a backup camera, what do you get? Well, everybody have their favorites. First I tried the cheap solutions. If the cheap solutions do not work, then I have to try something else. So I found two inexpensive solutions because most of those free-on cameras, they're about $300, some up to $500. So the first device that I attached to the back of my little teardrop trailer is this little Wi-Fi camera. I cannot recommend different brands because it may work for you, it may not work for... It works for me, but it may not work for you. The Wi-Fi cameras does not require this particular type. It's one of those dash cameras that you put in your car, and it does not require that you have connected to your home network. So basically there's a direct connection between your device, that could be a tablet or it could be a cell phone. You just download the app and then it's Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi, so you can be on the road anywhere and it does not require any Wi-Fi network. It's just a connection between the camera and the tablet. I have this application Go Plus Cam. This is the one that they recommend to come with, to install with your Wi-Fi camera. So it's still on the Wi-Fi mode. It's waiting for me to connect. There's a default password. And then it's like, how do you keep this camera on? Well, most of the trailers run on battery, and it does have a 12-volt adapter here in the back behind my TV. So I just plug it into the port, the 12-volt port behind the TV. If you do not have a 12-volt adapter, then I have had this for a while. It says here 2016. This is just a GoPro battery that I can use for charging cell phones and some other devices. So this one does have a 12-port outlet. So I just hook up the cable that's supposed to go on the cigarette lighter. I just plug it on the back, so I get some juice for the camera for, you know, many hours. Okay, the app is downloaded, so I'm gonna open it. First time it sets up. Yes, allowed to record. One of the advantages of those dash cameras is that it records what's going on. So if you happen to be on a crash, I hope not, then you have that recorded as well. So then you click on the connect button. Again, different applications will be different. So it shows me that I have different types of Wi-Fi to connect to. There's this one that says HD card DVR, and that's what I want. So the password was 12345. Then I'm gonna connect. Connecting. And ta-da! There we go. There's the image from the camera. The only issue is where you mount it. It's not waterproof. So what might happen, depending on your window, if there is a slope or curve, it may show the reflection of the inside of the trailer. So it's showing the foam that I have. So you just do a few adjustments. Usually when it's not very sunny, then there's not much reflection. So then I'm gonna go to the car. So there's no Wi-Fi service at all. Again, it's just a connection between you and the trailer, the camera, and your tablet device. It could be a tablet or it could be a cell phone. And there's the image. So when I'm traveling, this was a $35 solution for the $400 problem. Actually, I measured from the back where the camera is to the front of the car, and that was about 28. Yeah, it was about 28 feet. So that's okay, because if I go further down, eventually what happens, I'll lose the image. Okay, sometimes it freezes it up, but I'll lose the image eventually. So you cannot have a rig that's too big. Then this solution will not work. So this solution might be a trial and error. you may have to try 2 or 3 different Wi-Fi cameras, dash cameras, and see if they work for you. Some of the dash cameras, they do have Wi-Fi capability, like this one, and it does have a dual camera, so it can show inside of the trailer and the outside at the same time. You just have to make sure that the distance between the camera and the device where you're watching is not too far, because you may lose connection. The other thing that might happen if you're in the city, because it runs on 2.4 broadband, so other devices like cell phones or microwave or some other devices may interfere. So that's another little problem with this situation. The other solution that I just actually purchased about a month ago is this backup camera. This one I got it at Costco. This was about $89. They're having a special. And this seems to be a better solution than the Wi-Fi camera, depending how much money you want to spend. It's not really an issue, but this one, if you do want to install on your car, you do have to run some wires, some cables, and then it might be a little more complicated if you want to use it in the trailer. But it's wireless, so you do not actually need to do anything with it. It does allow you to connect via the air, I'd say, and then you do not have to do anything. Actually, it does allow you to charge this, and it says that it may last about 4.5 hours. So if you're going on a trip that it's only 4 hours long, this would be a perfect solution. That's not as expensive as one of those Furion cameras. So there is a 12-port adapter here in the back. It's very small, it's hard to see. And then I charged it. It comes with this cable for the cigarette lighter, and then the connection is the little connector at the other end, which is very tiny, small. So one thing that you can do is connect to your same TV adapter that's on the back of your TV and put this in the camera. So it comes with this cable that is for you to hook it up to your actual little monitor. So it's not made for the camera, but it charges the camera as well. So the problem is that this cable is not long enough. So if you put this outside of your trailer and it is waterproof, then this cable will not be long enough to put it on the back of your TV or your other 12-volt adapter. So I'm going to show you what I do. Since the cable is not long enough, it does have a very powerful magnet. So what I do, I plug it on the back, and you can see it attaches really good. Okay, then this cable I run through the window. It goes all the way in, and then I run through the window because the cable is very skinny, so it goes through, and then I lock the window, but it's not long enough to attach to the back of the TV. So I can use my Sherpa 50, which is my power box, and then I just leave it connected. So I turn on the camera. There's a little button to turn on and off, and that's the image that I get. So I think it is a little bit of a better solution because the camera is outside, so I have a clear view. There's no glare from the window inside, but I could also place that camera inside the trailer. And there we go. Those are my 2 solutions for the camera problem. Of course, there should be more. Just leave your comments, and I appreciate you watching. By the way, I did not mention the name of the products because they work for me, they may not work for you. So in a way, it's kind of like a disclaimer. So you can look for any Wi-Fi cameras, but you do have to test them out if you're going for the Wi-Fi solution or the Costco solution. And that was the backup camera. It does have other adapters that you can hook up to your control on the hitch, and you can also put on the brakes and rear, and I mean there's other things you can do with the camera that I showed. That was my last solution that has the magnet on the back of the camera. That seems to offer me a more clear view instead of the camera that I use inside. So I just have both just in case one fails. Alright, take care guys.